What's going on, ladies and gents? Thanks for bringing you guys today the last bunch of our Rainbow Six Siege Dustline discussions and all the updates and news and gameplay and all that fun jazz. Today we're going to be giving a full look over the patch notes and my thoughts and opinions on how well they've actually been playing out. That's why I've never actually done the patch notes ASAP. I like sitting down with them to see how well these patches were actually implemented. That's what I'm looking for here. How well they're implemented and if they still need to be worked on and what they said and all that. I'm going to cover some of the big issues that I've had. There's a lot of small fixes that were nice, like the inclusion of customization during the load screens that we've all come to love, because how could you really hate that at this point? And then we've been some character rebalances that everyone knows about. I won't be really I'll talk a little bit on them, just the major ones. And also, we have the new code of conduct for banning people, which is something huge on the PC side. So first, let's talk about a big change that I thought was going to be really nice, but has really seemed to kind of, I don't know what happened to it. In the patch notes here, it said that they've messed with lighting for when you're looking out a window or through a window. Apparently, that was a big issue, and from after all these patches, and I haven't noticed the difference. I still can't see shit out a window. I don't know what's going on there. I've tried lowering my brightness, raising it. I don't know why I raised it either, but I lowered it a bit. Still nothing. It's still damn near impossible to see outside. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just because I'm not sure. Tell me if you guys notice the difference, but I'm really not noticing anything. It's still damn near impossible to see outside. So yeah, that's something they should either look into more, maybe reducing the brightness just a little bit more, because on night maps, if you can see clearly out the window, then why should we put such a penalty on day maps and we can't see out the window? Honestly, if it's gonna be that the attackers get a strong advantage when it's daytime, then I know this is going to sound weird, but there should be no reason to play daytime maps if we're going to start throwing off balances for where people can't see outside and whatnot. Where in dark maps, it's a lot, or nighttime maps, I should say, it's a lot easier to look out a window without, going, holy shit, what's out there, and then you get shot in the face because you don't know what's there. Next thing we got on the topic here are the rebalances to the operators. So the big ones, at least in my opinion the big ones are the no more frags with thermite, the 3 technical rebalances with IQ, Tachanka, and Montana, Mountain Dew, Montage, whatever the fuck this guy's name is at this point. And I just want to talk about that. So first up, we got our French shield guy. I really do like his new shield. That was probably the best out of the technical reworks, as they called it. The shield now covers more of a 180 degree, I believe they described it as. So he can now peek through doorways better without getting punished on the side, which is great. So now people are going to need a lot more, just need to be paying more attention to when to actually kill him, and more flanking is going to be needed. So that's a nice up for him. Next we have IQ. Personally, I really couldn't give a shit less for IQ. Her guns are great, yes. Her ability's okay, but with this patch, how it is now, is honestly how it should have been in the beginning of the game. We should have been working on further things for her. Right now, all it does is you can see the objects through walls. Okay, big whoop. As in, what I mean by that, I should just be more specific on the terms that you can now see if it's a Jaeger device, a banded shock wire, a nitro cell, whatever. Sure, that's nice and all, but it's still not going to be beneficial if that IQ doesn't have a microphone. Now, if that IQ has a microphone, sure, she becomes a lot more useful, but that's something along the player side that adds to her benefit. At the same time, even though Thatcher's EMP grenade is now only effective to I think it's 5.2 meters is what they said in the patch notes. It was 7 meters initially. Still, we all know where the electronics are going to be. We all know they're going to be inside the objective location. And so, just throw an EMP in the area or outside a wall. It still works. It's not hard. It's really, really simple, actually. So I still think that IQ could use some love. Maybe her gadget could highlight the device for a couple seconds. I don't know, that would probably be a lot better to me. There just needs to be something done where her gadget needs to appeal more to without using communication. Yes, I know it's a big part of the game, but that's the biggest downfall of IQ, is her gadget is trying to be supportive, but if the person doesn't have a microphone, there's no fucking point to it, and still Thatcher's there anyways to have his 3 EMP grenades in the area regardless. And then lastly, we have the turret man himself, Butakon Donkstachenko, you know, the guy who probably screams "da" a lot and shoots. So he got this buff where, well, I say buff with air quotes, where he can now get off in on his turret faster, which is good, deploy it faster, which is good, and put it more condensed corners, I guess we'll say, which is fantastic. Okay, doesn't fix his main issue of him being stationary and being able to get headshot on him. So we all heard the suggestion, put a shield on him. Like, put a Blackbeard shield on it where it's destructible. Okay, sure, that's an idea. Make the turret have literal no recoil. That's a good idea too. I was thinking, what if instead we also had the option not to mount the turret on the tripod? What if, yes, if you're just standing in an area, you can do that, but say you're on like crouching height, or like a crouching cover. Can't I just put maybe the turret down on that so I'm less head height and people have to maneuver a bit more? I don't know. There needs to be something done with Tachenka or Tachanka, whatever you want to call him at this point, where it just, where he just needs to move, you know what I mean? His head's just sitting there. In a game that punishes you for getting shot in the head, regardless or not, if you get shot in the head, you're screwed. Sure, maybe he can take an extra headshot when he's on the turret. Yes, he looks like he can take an extra headshot with that, you know, industrial welding mass thing turret shield. You could probably take a bullet or two. But some guns in the game, most bullets, if the person's being accurate enough, they can score a headshot and a chest shot, and they can do enough damage to knock him out anyways. There just needs to be something done for this poor bastard where his head is not a prime target and he doesn't have to sit there. There isn't, like, sure, these buffs are nice, but this is how, once again, he should have been in the beginning of the game. It's the same thing with IQ. These patches that happen to these two operators, how they should have been when the game released, not now. I don't know if that's fair to say. I think that's how it should have been now. Alright, so lastly, let's talk about the Code of Conduct. So the Code of Conduct, and this mostly focused towards you PC guys, as you guys know, apparently is a big hacking issue, especially on the Division and in this game here. So it looks like they're snapping down on it very hard now in Rainbow Six Siege. Your first offense will be a temporary ban for 15 days. Your second offense, you're gone. What can I say? Now we even have something here for toxic behavior. Now, I don't actually know how to report, or if I don't know if that's suspicious behavior, but wouldn't suspicious behavior also follow under hacking and cheating? I know, as you know, if you click on someone's name, this is report for suspicious activity. I don't know if that's for toxic behavior too or not. I'm not sure. Regardless or not, the first offense is a warning. Second offense is a 2-day suspension. Third offense is a 7-day suspension, and multiple offenses is a permanent ban. It says multiple offenses. That could go up to 10. It depends how severe you are. I'm assuming if you're dropping the N-bomb every time you enter a lobby and you're offending everyone and cracking all the racist jokes you can, that's probably your 8th. That's probably your 8th offense, to be honest. So there are a lot of great things they've got going on here. If you guys want to read the whole patch notes and everything that came along with it, the link will be in the description below. If I forget it, tell me and I'll put it. So without further ado, guys, thank you guys for listening and staying tuned. We got a new series coming tomorrow. Well, it's not, I'm going to call it a series. It's called Wrecking Ranked. And no, we don't wreck rank. It's interesting. It's us and the guys trying to play ranked, and you can see the shenanigans that happens with us. So I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you guys so much once again. We just hit 3,000 subscribers as the moment I'm recording this, so I might sit down and ask if we want to do a Q&A with some friends. We'll see how that goes. Without further ado, I'm DJ Schmitz, and I'll see you sexy beast next episode. Peace.